Hey guys, Leona here with Empowering Wellness, and we've got our second week with Julie and I going over her amazing book. So if you are not part of the Empowering Wellness virtual book club, you want to make sure that you want to pop on over there and add yourself to it. I am going live in there now, streaming in there. And if you want to bring friends to come along and be able to join you in this fun thing, make sure you invite them into the group as well. We've got 2 more weeks after this, so it's so exciting, and you want to make sure that you're inviting friends to come along. So the great thing is a virtual book club allows us to connect with like-minded people, get some really great tips and tricks from the authors. So each month I'm going to be doing a different author and a different book, and it's so exciting. I am actually heading into a Valentine's Day workout after this, so I'm coming live from my car so that I can multitask and be able to be where I need to be tonight and what I need to be doing. So Julie looks like she is here with us. We're going to bring them on camera. Let's see, it says she's adding. Hi, Ellen. So great to see you. I believe it's saying adding. I just think you have to hit accept. We're going to approve this and request. It says adding with a little flash, so I think you just have to hit accept on your end, Julie, and you should be able to come live with me. I'm so excited. It's so great to have other authors on here. Remembering if you are an author, you have a book out there that you would like to share with a like-minded community, let me know. Next month, I have Mary Goodwin. Then I have the happiness book, and then I have a mental health counselor coming in May because it's mental health month. So there's so many really exciting things coming on. So I've got June and beyond open. So if you want to be the summer read, let us know. I'm going to try one more time to send the request, Julie, to bring you on camera. You just have to hit the accept to be added on. So there should be like a little notification at the bottom, and you should be hitting accept from there. I've hit approved and I've sent request, but it's not letting me send it again because I've already sent it once. And it looks like it's trying to add you. You're flashing at the top of the screen, but you haven't come on yet. So look to see if the bottom of the icon on the phone, if you have a little button that you can click that says accept. If you can do that, that would be awesome. So for those that are local here in Jacksonville, I want to talk about next weekend on the 21st. I'm having a chakra balancing mini little retreat, which is super exciting because it isn't going to be just one chakra. It's actually all the chakras. So my message just said no answer from the guest recorded. So I'm going to try you one more time to bring them on camera. Send request. And so look for something flashing a little thing.
Okay, I didn't get that until just now.
Okay, I was like,
It's like it's not sending me anything.
third time's a charm.
Right? I'm like, I'm trying.
We have arrived.
Woo! Hi.
Yay! Amazing. Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great, thanks.
Good.
So I was just letting everybody know that my mini little chakra balancing retreat is going to be talking about all the chakras, and they're going to be, if they're in the Jacksonville area, able to come. We're going to do sound healing. We're going to do yoga poses, breath work, learn about aromatherapies, crystals, like all the things for different chakras for all 7 of them. And I know
Beautiful.
tonight we're going to be doing some meditation work, I believe, around chakras, right?
Nice. Yes. We're talking about the meditations. I wanted to talk about the 4 meditations that are in the book. Yeah.
Perfect. Yes.
Yeah.
So everybody knows I love meditations, getting people in that theta brainwave for changing state, getting, out of their own way and channeling all the goodness. So yes, please tell us about the meditations of the book, because I think meditation and our breath work is like a superpower, right? And so it's such a
Absolutely.
great thing to be able to tap into, is that meditative state. So tell us what excitement can be in the book. Don't forget to put the link inside the comments here if people haven't got it. And I know that myself and my client Martha and I are still waiting for our book to come into the mail. So we're excited for that to be coming in, I hope, very, very soon.
Yes, I hope so too. Awesome. Okay, so there are four meditations in the book. They're guided meditations, and they all have solfeggio frequency music with them. So for anybody that doesn't know what solfeggio frequencies are, it's specific frequencies that help rebalance our main chakras. And it's just really soothing music, and it's, meditation friendly music. And so the first meditation that is in the book is guides you through forgiveness, a process of forgiveness, forgiving yourself, forgiving others, for, kind of a nice guided meditation to help you release any, thing that you're hanging on to from old situations, right? From relationships with, anybody, really. And so it's a really nice meditation to help release and walk you through forgiveness.
I love
Um,
that. I think forgiveness is one of the keys to any kind of healing journey that you're on. You got to forgive yourself
Absolutely.
and forgive the situation, forgive the other people. One of my favorite methods of forgiveness is going through the Ho'oponopono stages, the Hawaiian meditation. Is that part of it?
It, yeah, basically it is. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So for those
Yeah.
that don't know the Ho'oponopono, it's I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you. And those four phrases are just so powerful. And I feel like anytime you're kind of stuck and you don't know where to forgive or who to forgive or how to forgive, sometimes those four phrases can help get the energy moving and really get you clear of that forgiveness. So I love that that's one of the first ones in it, because it is such a key to healing, is that forgiveness work.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And in this one, she also has us bring in love, like you're breathing in love and then sending love out to everybody involved in this, in the situation or whatever it is about. So that's also a really nice healing thing to do, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I had a healer friend say, send them love, light, and lessons back.
Yeah, perfect, right? Absolutely, absolutely. The second one is a heart-centered chakra guided meditation. And in that one, it walks you through how to use a gratitude practice and um, focusing on your heart chakra, opening your heart chakra, and then connecting with your guides. So it kind of teaches you how to connect with your spirit guides, anybody that's passed over, anything like that, and kind of opening you to connecting to spirit.
That's
Well, that's
amazing.
yeah, yeah,
That's
and
going to
it's
be a really helpful tool for a lot of people, I'm sure.
yeah,
Mhm.
and I think a lot of people don't recognize or don't understand that anybody can do that, you know, and it's just maybe um take some practice and expecting and noticing when something comes in and being open to listen, to hear, to acknowledge any signs that come through for you.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. People think you only have to be a channel or a medium or a psychic to be able to get messages from spirit, but that's not the case.
Right.
If we take those sacred pauses and those moments, we can tap into that energy.
Yeah, absolutely. The third one is a chakra balancing meditation that guides you through how to balance your chakras and kind of gives you some ideas of, you know, how to use your imagination or like a visual tool of bringing in like crystals around you visually, you know, and or like thinking about it in your mind, crystals or colors, bringing in like fall leaves, I think one of them is, or flowers around you in the colors of the heart of the chakra of each chakra. And that one's a really nice too. And you can use that anytime that you're feeling out of balance, anytime that you're feeling like overwhelmed or anxious or, you know, anything, any of the lower energies. Is that a train passing
Yep,
by you?
it's train.
Yep. But super helpful, great meditation. I have put this one up on my YouTube channel already, like the first version of it. But the version that's going to be in my book is a little bit longer and kind of takes a little bit more time so that you can actually kind of, you know, tune into it and have time to like add your own things, you know.
Yeah. I love that she said for the chakras, not only most people think of crystals for chakra balancing, but flowers and leaves, right? Because trees and plants, like that's why I use aromatherapy a lot
Yeah.
in my massage and also in my chakra balancing is because the frequency of those plants harmonize with the energy centers of our body as well. And people don't
Yeah.
necessarily understand or think about that first to do, but it's so amazing to think about that frequency of those plants coming in and being able to harmonize our chakras as well. I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the last one is an additional guided meditation to help people release anxiety. And that's
Mm,
something that I've struggled with my whole life. And so it's a really, really nice guided meditation, goes through the breathing techniques and just kind of grounds you and pulls you out of that, you know, fight or flight kind of mentality and back into a balanced state.
I love that. So what would be an example that we could give everybody of the breath work that helps to ground people the
Mm,
simplest that goes over in that meditation in the book? So we could give them a little snippet of that.
absolutely. So I like to start people out on just like a 4 count in and a 4 count out. And what I always tell people is to not, you want to drink in the breath, but not so much that you're causing tension in your body to bring it in, right? You want to kind of try to be as relaxed and as easy as you can. And another thing that I like to tell them is to imagine your rib cage not just expanding to the front, but to the front, to the back, and to all 4 sides at once, so that you're kind of expanding your whole um, thoracic body to allow the air in. Another technique that you can do is you can put your hand on your low abdomen and imagine that the breath is going past your lungs and you're filling it up like in your low belly first. And that kind of helps you slow down the breath and pull in a deeper breath. And because a lot of people breathe a very shallow breath, and
Right.
that is not calming. The deep, slow breath is what tells the body, hey, relax, calm down, we're safe. And then it brings you back into the parasympathetic mode or the rest and digest mode, which is where our bodies can actually regenerate and heal. When we're in the fight or flight, which we get into by, just being on our computer, being on the phone, being on the social media, focusing all day long puts your body into the fight or flight. And so just taking a couple minutes to do breathing techniques during the day can reset your body and bring you back into the rest and digest mode. So go ahead.
I love that because, so many people think that it has to be like such a long, drawn out process. But
Right.
actually, science has shown that it only takes 2 minutes of that deep breathing that can
Yeah.
actually regulate our nervous system and be able to bring it back down and to calm it down.
Yeah.
And I love that idea. Like Amanda said with the happy book, it's like a balloon, right? You're the full expansion of it, right? Because so many people just, breathe just from their chest, and they have to
Right.
understand that that's breathing in from the belly and fully expanding that.
Yeah.
And that doing that breathing for those couple minutes can really change their state and be able to bring it back in. I love that. So what other tips does she say in there for us for breathing? Because I'm getting a somatic breathwork certification, and I find that breathwork is probably one of the most intriguing and interesting tools that we can tap into, that
Yeah.
can, simply change things by taking that breath in.
Yeah, absolutely. So with the breath, um, you could also bring in thoughts of like bringing in love to yourself. And I think she brought this to me after the book, but kind of, when you're breathing in love to every atom in your body, every molecule, every cell, everything, and just letting the peace settle in. You can even imagine like being held by someone. The feeling, like pulling the feeling in as you're doing this breathing is like 10 times more beneficial than just trying to, like calm yourself with the breath. Um, Plus, it gets your mind to, get off of whatever you were stuck on and go to something that's not just positive, but the most positive thing you could get to, right? Is love, right? Love is it. Love is always it. Right?
When in
And
doubt, more love. When in doubt, more love. When
more
in
love,
doubt,
more
what's
love.
stuck, more love, more love. Yes.
So I like to do like in count and then an exhale. And you can count to yourself like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Or you can breathe in and say in your mind while you're breathing in, I breathe in love to my entire body. And then on the exhale, I send love out to fill in the blank, whoever,
Right.
be it somebody, a situation, the entire world, whatever. Start with your family and move out through your neighborhood, your state, your, country, and whatever, to the whole world. Um, yeah, so that's a really, really, really powerful technique.
Yeah, I agree that breathing that love in and breathing it out, having that collective consciousness connection is just so huge. And if we're thinking about that, we're not thinking about the things that's giving us angst at the time. So,
Right, right,
yeah, the intention, right? The emotions, the feeling, tapping into it. That's what the somatic is, right? It's like getting the emotion tapped in with it. It's just
right.
amazing. So, so great.
Yeah. And
Hmm.
the one other thing too that she likes to say in the meditations, and when you're exhaling, to release, try to let go of anything that's not serving you anymore. Let go of, any pain, let go of any hurts, let go of any frustration. Just letting go, purging, letting go on the
Yes,
exhale.
when I guide my clients through my remote sessions, I always have them envision like grounding cords down into the earth so that when they breathe in, they're breathing in any of that stress or distractions they don't need anymore, and then exhale it out down the grounding cords to be released. And just release, release, release in the beginning, and then start breathing in love and light. Because sometimes we got to like empty the crap
Make
before we
space.
can like
Right.
actually let the love and light in. So
Yeah.
sometimes I think about like whatever that conversation, those people, those things, the situation, like whatever is like bothering you, like breathe that in and then exhale it down the grounding cords and then empty it out, release it out.
Yeah.
Then we can start filling it up with love and light energy,
Yep.
And when we're imagining if we're going down those grounding cords, then you can imagine imagine like bringing that love and light energy from Mother Earth, from, creative energy force coming in, and you can really be
Yes.
able to do it. And I like when I learned with Genius Unlocked, the 4 count, but we did it a box where you actually inhale
Yeah.
for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, and then hold for 4, because it
Yeah.
really allows that extra emptying and that extra holding at the top. And so sometimes it's like we got to like sip a little bit more air, hold a little bit more to like think about everything that we need to release, and then go down. And then the same thing where then when once we've cleared out, we want to refill with that love and light energy. You can just imagine it expanding into the cells and the DNA level, like really like just coursing into all the parts of the body. And sometimes you like want to hold it and feel the expansive nothingness, is what I call it, and let it
Yeah.
like permeate in, and then breathe in more love and light into the area. So it
Yeah.
sounds like she really focuses on that emotion and that feeling, and like what we need to
Yeah.
release, we need to release, and what we need to call in, we call in. And it's the intention and the energy behind it that's the magic with the breath work.
Right. Yes. And I think she started with just the easier 4 count in and 4 count out, because a lot of people that are, that she was trying to draw to this book are probably older people that probably don't do a lot of meditation yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Or people
that makes
that,
perfect sense.
right? And so it's like an easy thing that, like when you get to when you start doing the 4 count, the box breath, you kind of need to already have been doing some breathing work, right? Because the
Mm-hmm.
holding it, especially at the bottom when you have no air in, that's probably not the beginner, the beginner breath work.
Yeah,
But it is
exactly.
fantastic. It is fantastic breath work for sure. But you're right. Yeah. She started with the easier, like easier, gentler breathing, but with those intentions behind it. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, love that. Love that. So those are all the ones that are included in the book then, right?
Yep.
You
Those are
end
the
with
4.
the end with the anxiety one, which I think is just so
Yeah.
great because, life is lifing. And so
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
gotta
Absolutely. Yeah.
release
And
those stresses.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. And these 4 meditations are, none of them are so specific to like dying or, anything. Anybody can use these 4 meditations. You know what I mean?
Yeah. At any
So,
stage of their life, if you're a beginner,
yeah.
if you're an
Yes.
expert, you're going to get benefits no matter where you're at your meditation and
Right.
breathwork journey, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Absolutely.
love that. I see
Yeah.
the comments in here from Amanda talking about foods with chakra. Yes, actually, that's part of my mini retreat that I'm doing about the chakra balancing here in Jacksonville next weekend. Is we're going to be making like healthy food bowls with different elements of the foods for all the 7 chakras, so that when we eat it, we're actually fortifying all of it. So all the bright
Nice.
colors and the berries, adding beets for the roots, like all the things. It's going to be really exciting.
Beautiful.
So yeah, people don't realize that so many different elements in the world, the food that we eat, the things that we smell, the crystals that we wear, things like that are all affecting our energy centers, and we are energy beings and
Absolutely.
everything affects it. So we can fortify it with so many different aspects. It's just amazing.
Totally. Yeah. In our book too, before we do the chakra meditation, we have a balancing chakras section that goes through each of the main chakras, and it tells you which each, like what part of the body each chakra is related to, um, what issues can come up if that chakra is out of balance, what uh, like any kind of diseases or uh, whatever, and what is related to each chakra and what happens when the chakra is balanced. Um, so that's pretty cool too.
Yeah, I
Um,
think one of the examples I like to give people is like when you can't stomach the things that are going in your life and you don't have that personal power that's happening, you tend to have some sort of stomach
yeah,
issues,
absolutely.
digestive issues.
Yep.
You're not processing things right, and a lot of
Right.
times people's personal center, that solar plexus, is underdeveloped, and it's creating actual physical things in the body, and so
Right.
listening to our body is super key, because it's going to tell you
Absolutely.
a lot about what's going on in the energetics, and
Yep.
vice versa. You pay attention to the energetics, you're much more connected into your body and what it's actually needing and wanting to have to bring it
Yeah.
back into more harmony, balance, creating that what I would consider optimal health or radiant, vitality within.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep. Yeah. And it talks about too, like, for instance, like the throat chakra, if you're having trouble like expressing what your truth is, like
Mm-hmm.
what you are, what you believe in and what you stand behind. If you're having trouble expressing that, you're gonna have a, imbalance in the throat chakra, which can come through as, like being hoarse or losing your voice, or
Mm-hmm.
someone who speaks very quietly or not very often at all, or it can, when it's over active, it's somebody that's very loud and it rambles and talks constantly, right? So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's very cool, and a lot of people that don't know a whole lot about chakras can learn a lot about that from this section of the book too, so that's really nice.
That's amazing. And what section is that for the people that do have the book?
That is, it's right before the chakra meditation, and I think it's in um, chapter 10, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, chapter 10, receiving our messages, and the
Because I will
chakra.
definitely have to reference that next weekend at my chakra balancing workshop. So that's why I wanted a
Yeah.
reference page for me. So chapter 10.
Yep, chapter 10, page 63 starts telling you about um, what each chakra does. And then the chakra meditation is on 67, page 67. Yep.
Perfect.
And then
Amazing. I'm
in
going to
there,
incorporate that in next weekend.
yeah. And then in there also, we have listed several ways of using meditation. So a mindfulness practice. Look around you. What do you see? Start naming the things that you see, which is similar to the, what you see, what you smell,
Hmm.
um, what are the other two of that? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Taste. Yep.
Yeah, what you
If you can
taste.
taste something, and
Yep,
then what you feel, what you feel.
yep,
Hmm.
and feel.
Yeah,
And
getting
then,
all the sensories involved. When you get your
right.
sensors involved for meditation, you become a lot more present and you can actually tap into the emotion of things because you're sensory engaging in it. Hmm.
Yep. Perfect, perfect. And then gratitude, having a gratefulness meditation by listing things that you are grateful for. And honestly, I do this in the evening if I am having trouble falling asleep. I just start listing things that I'm grateful for, and in minutes, I'm sleeping.
Yeah, love that.
Counting your breath, walking meditation, just taking a walk and being really present and noticing the things that
Hmm.
you're walking past, right? Like noticing the trees, what kind of plants, other people, animals, anything like that, just brings you back to a very mindful situation and bringing you back to this moment right now, which is pulling you out of any, fear thoughts, any anxious thoughts. So, super helpful. Using yoga as a meditation, using martial arts like Tai Chi or Qigong, running. You can use running as a meditation practice. Um, and you can kind of use the ujjayi breath when you're running and do that, use that as a meditation. Adult coloring books you can use as meditation. Handicrafts like knitting, crocheting. You can even just do this as like doing the laundry, folding the laundry, and being kind of just slow and methodical and adding your breath to it, And just doing those easy things you can use as meditation. It doesn't have to be, I'm sitting on the floor yoga style, with no thoughts in my head. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You don't have to, it doesn't have to be like that.
Yeah, that's a good reminder that meditation looks differently for different people, and it can be in
Yeah,
different meditative states. Washing the dishes could be meditative, like you said, folding laundry, walking, running, it doesn't have to be the just quiet meditation. There can be so many different forms, and you got to find what works for you because it's
yeah,
such a powerful tool. You've got to find the tools that work for you. So,
absolutely. And
I love
everybody's
that.
different, right? Everybody's
Hmm.
different. Everybody likes
Yep.
different things, are stimulated by different things, are relaxed by different things. So,
Yep.
you can
Exactly.
just ease yourself into it by, little baby steps of, trying different things.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why it's called, meditation practice. It's a practice. The more you do it, the better you get
Yeah,
at it, and it can look completely different from everybody. So I think we should conclude with that reminder that, the learnings from this book can be truly tailor made to what you need to happen in your life and to really be able to giving the time and that sacred moments to ask what it is going to serve you for that day. If that's going for a walk outside, then listen to your intuition and allow that walk to be your
absolutely.
meditative time.
I love
You're
that.
getting your steps in, you're getting your breath work in, you can even do the I'm looking at things, get you out of your head,
Hmm.
put away the phone, put on some music, put in the
Yep.
frequencies, right? You can combine it to whatever you need to be able
Yes.
to do it. And I love that your tools that you give people in this book that have been channeled from Lois Hayes, can make it so simple that anybody can do it at any
Yeah.
time, anywhere.
Yeah. 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 Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah,
Here
you're
she
so
is.
welcome. So don't forget, guys, you want to get that link. We're going to put it in those comments. You'll put that in for everybody so they can get their copy. We're going to be following along with more tips and tricks from you next week. Same time, same that channel right here at 7 o'clock Eastern time. We're going to be joining in. And if anybody has any questions or comments, make sure you put them in there. If you're watching this live tonight, put hashtag live in the comments. If you're watching it as a replay, but hashtag replay. And if you have any questions or comments, we would love interactions in here. And if you would like to invite more people into the group, it is not a private group. It is a private group for us to invite people in. So you want to make sure that you are inviting people in so that they can be part of our community. We want to make sure that we are building this community of like-minded people so that way we can truly connect with all of you guys out there. So thank you all for watching live. I'm seeing Amanda. I am seeing Ellen on here. I think I saw one of your other friends, Irina. Thank you so much, ladies, for joining us live tonight. This was absolutely amazing. We look forward to connecting with all of you next week, same time, same bat channel. And until then, I'm sending you guys so much light and love from my heart and from your heart to theirs. We sending you peace, love, and namaste. Bye,
Thank you.
guys.